Mark Clattenburg's most annoying players to referee from Roy Keane to Pepe. Mark Clattenburg is one of the Premier League's most famous referees, and he has been involved in his fair share of incidents over the years. Clattenburg spent 13 years as a top-flight referee before heading to Saudi Arabia in 2017 to become the country's head of refereeing. During his time in charge of matches in the Premier League as well as Champions League and international fixtures, Clattenburg was charged with keeping order. That was easier said than done when the games involved some of the sport's most infamous troublemakers. In an interview with the Daily Mail, Clattenburg has named and shamed the 5 worst offenders he ever had to deal with. First up is former Liverpool and Wales forward Craig Bellamy, who Clattenburg alleges squeezed his testicles in the tunnel before a match. Bellamy was a nightmare to referee, and most of us felt the same, he said. He would snarl at you and throw his arms around, constantly challenging you. His language was awful, just plain rude. As a referee, it is difficult when you have a problem player like that because you are drawn to him, and it's a distraction. Next is one of the modern game's most gifted proponents of the dark arts, former Real Madrid defender Pepe. The Portuguese centre-back combined a nasty streak with a penchant for diving, a difficult combination to police. He was another player you just couldn't trust, Clattenburg said. A game could be easy and straightforward, then he would do something sly. He was a wind-up merchant and not fun to referee one bit, you had to be on your guard constantly. He is now known for his fiery outbursts as a pundit in the studio, but Roy Keane was once Manchester United's midfield enforcer and a difficult player to referee. Have your say. What do you make of Mark Clattenburg's selections? Comment below. When he played he was hard to manage, Clattenburg said. Remember the incident with Andy D'Urso when he screamed in his face? That attempt to bully the referee is what he was like. You just couldn't trust Roy either. You never knew if he was going to blow up or do something nasty, like the tackle on Erling Haaland. That was a disgrace, it was premeditated. He always came across as stone cold and wanted to be the hard man. That causes problems for referees because the ego kicks in and it becomes a fight like it did between him and Patrick Vieira. Arsenal goalkeeper Jens Lehmann was another with a reputation for a short temper, and Clattenburg says that came across to referees too. He was just so irritable and never stopped, one of those miserable blokes who would whinge about everything and everyone, Clattenburg said. If the ball was round, he would whinge. If the ball was white, he would whinge. You would think, just give it a rest. But he would do snidey, little things himself that made it difficult, and I didn't enjoy refereeing him at all. He was erratic and his antics were not easy to deal with. Clattenburg's final selection refers to a specific incident during a Chelsea v Manchester United match in 2012. Chelsea midfielder John Obi Mikel accused the referee of making a racist comment, but Clattenburg was later cleared by the FA of any wrongdoing. He has never apologized, and that is disappointing because it could have ruined my life, he said. I fell out of love with refereeing for a while after that, but couldn't